Work it, make it, do it, makes us.
At the start of the season, I think a lot of the players would have had the same sort of goals. You had the World Cup, obviously, in the background.
Kick-off for Ireland, the RBS.
Going into that first weekend of the Six Nations, it's always all up for grabs. I think we showed maybe a little bit more experience in that game than they did. We deserve to win.
You went forward into the French game and talked about what was it like?
Really, people talk about the try in the last minute when Clerc went over, but I remember, after the game we all spoke about how the game was really lost in the first 20 minutes, half an hour, when we conceded, points and tries and stuff, and we just didn't get out of the blocks well.
I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh, Lord.
The passion, the intensity, was that driven by the crowd? Was it driven by players? What was the key dynamic?
I think it was primarily driven by the players. I think everyone individually just sensed the type of day it was.
It must be! It has to be! It is! For Wallace, one of the great ball carriers, he's there!
If you were to pick one moment from that whole day, what would the moment be?
Ironically, the morning of the match, myself and Shane Horgan were in the room together, and he had talked about the possibility of scoring a try like the try he scored with Brown, because we'd worked on that, and Shane's fantastic in the air. He was saying now to score some sort of GA-style try.
Oh, yes! What a try!
Well, you went from the cold of Murrayfield over to the nice sun on your back in Rome,
exactly, yeah.
And played some pretty exhilarating rugby.
If it's a question of time.
I think in this particular game, we just went out and we played from the start. Everyone was quite relaxed, and it worked out quite well. That was kind of a template of a game we would like to have brought on, going into the World Cup and things like that. Sitting in the changing room afterwards, it really did feel like we lost, because conceding that try at the end, and I don't know how everyone knew, but everyone just sensed it just wasn't going to be enough.
Well, before we move on from the Six Nations, a big word for the under-20s, who won the Grand Slam, coached by our old teammate Eric Aylward. That was some achievement, wasn't it?
They really, with a very hard fixture list when they had to go to Wales and the likes. And, if all those guys, as you can imagine, if all those guys can come through, it's it'll be great for all the teams in Ireland.
Were there any portents of so-called doom by, Leinster and Munster didn't perform as well as they have in the past in the Heineken?
From a Leinster point of view, we wanted to have a better season than we had the previous one going into the Heineken Cup. Obviously, it wasn't to be for us as the season progressed. I know a lot of the Munster lads, talking to them, they were the same. They were obviously very disappointed to lose their record in Thomond, but obviously then having to go to Wales. When you get to that knockout stage, all the teams are very good, and the home advantage is crucial.
Were there worries within the camp after the build-up, after the Scotland and Italian games, or was still everyone feeling, look, pretty good, we know exactly what we're up to, and we're right for the World Cup?
Everyone did say, OK, we're not playing well, but I think everyone was kind of thinking, but we will play well because we always play well.
When you're gone, the pieces of my heart, I'm missing you.
As things turned out, our level of performance didn't improve, and it then became maybe a bit of a monkey on our back as we went through the tournament. The pressure began to build and build, and we didn't play any better. Whatever else we didn't do, to hear people say, we'd no spirit all of a sudden, or we didn't try, or we didn't seem to want it. I find that very hard, because after everything that people have seen about this team over the last how many years, I don't think you can ever say that about collectively as a team, or if you go through any of the guys individually, they're not the kind of guys who give 100% every single time playing for Ireland.